They say that the true measure of a man is not by the way he died, but the way he lived. By this criteria, we can safely say that Edcel Lagman stood as a giant among us. Yes, even when many of us here were taller than him physically. He was a man of unwavering integrity, principle, and conviction. Much has been said about the remarkable legacy he leaves behind in public service. Here, in the hallowed halls of the House of Representatives, we will remember him for the enduring mark he made on our legislative history as a relentless champion of human rights and the Filipino people. But behind the landmark laws that he fought so hard for, he leaves us with the fondest memories of his wit, his candor, wisdom, and eloquence. Among the many accolades and stories shared about my friend Edcel, I hope his family will allow me to offer a more personal glimpse of the man behind the statesman. Mukhang titignan ko rito, mukhang ako na lang din naman ang contemporary niya na nagsasalita dito. As a lawmaker, I consider myself fortunate to have worked alongside him because it allowed me to witness his brilliance and his gravitas. We were young guns during the 9th and 10th Congresses. When Edcel and I were mentored by Rolly Andaya, who led the Committee on Appropriations at the time. To many of you here, Rolly was the dad of your late colleague, Nonoy Andaya. Edcel and I learned the intricacies of the budget process side by side. He could put all those learnings to good use in the 14th Congress when he was elected as the chairperson of that powerful committee. Meanwhile, I was already serving at the Quezon City government. By my side, in his stead, was Governor Grex, who was, believe it or not, who is the #1 councilor in Quezon City's 4th district at that time. Edcel and I would be reunited when I returned in the House, or to the House in 2010, and Edcel was on his 6th term. At the opening of the 15th Congress, I could not imagine a more worthy opponent that day than my friend, the gentleman from Albay. As our minority leader, we had some differences in our advocacy and views, but these never undermined our principled engagement. Given the breadth and depth of the bills he helped pass into law during this period, you would hardly think he was in the opposition. That was Edcel. He never let politics get in the way of his advocacies and his convictions. Our collaboration with the minority was so important to us. Palagi nga, ako, talking about me, palagi nga naming biruan. This drove us to prioritize the installation of an elevator which connected the north wing basement of the main building, piscina niya, making it easier to go from the office of the minority leader straight to the office of the speaker. Dahil sa dami ng mga kailangan gawin, siniguro na namin na mas madali para kay Edcel na maka-attend ng sessions at ng aming weekly leadership meetings. One of the most defining moments of our partnership was the work that we did together for the reproductive health law. Edcel showed true leadership in this case. Behind the scenes, the two of us sat down with bishops, with business leaders, members of the medical profession, and the academe and civil society in order to craft a version that would be acceptable to all. Dito away-away sa Congress, pero actually, behind the scenes, kinakausap na namin ni Edcel yung mga taong talagang nag-i-instigate and so forth. And generally, we won them over, and we do have a reproductive health law. I came to admire, in this particular battle, I came to admire his ability to communicate effectively, etc. Through our long years of service, Edcel and I found ourselves riding the ebb and flow of political life. Minsan, nasa magkatabing pangkat kami. Minsan, pinagtatapat sa laban. And at every point, I always saw him as a friend, and perhaps because of a distinct personal connection that we shared. We both trace our roots to the Bicol region, believe it or not. Of course, si Edcel was the kingpin of the 1st District of Albay, ngayon si Crisel. But I also grew up in the 3rd District of Albay because I was like an adopted son of Congressman Pio Duran and Congresswoman Josefina Belmonte Duran, my father's youngest sister. Pareho na silang Bicolano. Bicolano talaga si Chapio. Chapina was more identified with Albay than with her hometown, Zaragoza, Nueva Ecija. And both ended up living in the 4th District of Quezon City. But most importantly, we both fell in love with stronger women. Cielo, for his part, and Betigo, for me, who shaped the man and leaders that we became. Okay, Ben? Rex? Crisel? For decades, she and I were practically neighbors, visiting each other's homes whenever we needed to talk. Beyond our work in politics, I saw Edcel as a devoted husband and father. Our families have grown together, and I am proud to see the next generation of Lagmans, Kagawad Josh and TJ, guided their mother, Consejala Ivy, continuing the legacy of service in our community. When Edcel's brother, Kap Popoy, was assassinated in UP in 2001. It had only been a few weeks since I was elected as the Speaker for the first time. Mayora Crisel, then the representative of Albay, immediately came to me for guidance and support. Little did I know that my nephew, Kit, Congressman Christopher Belmonte, had been with Kap Popoy that fateful day. Kit, who would later become a representative himself and whom Edcel had taken under his wing. There is a constellation of moments that binds the two of us. Edcel was more than a colleague. He was a friend, a brother, and a kindred spirit whose tenacity and brilliance I deeply admired. He was a formidable force here in Congress, an exemplar worth emulating among the public servants of today. But above all, he was a man who fought the good fight for our country, giving it all his heart and mind. His voice may have fallen silent, but his ideals, courage, and commitment to justice, human rights, and the rule of law will continue to inspire generations to come. To Crisel, Lara, and Melo, Grex and Ana, Nikos and Marites, Marco, Ann, Karina, BJ, Andre, Shane, and to the whole Lagman family, maraming salamat for sharing your papa with us and with the Filipino people. It's never easy saying goodbye, but in the words of an old poem, here he lies where he longed to be. You are finally home, Edcel. Rest well, my friend. Your legacy is secure, and your fight lives on. Thank you.